Have you been wondering how to monetize your YouTube channel beyond just AdSense? Maybe you don't have your 4,000 watch hours or your 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, and you're wanting to know, how can I start making money today on YouTube? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover the exact system that I've used, that I just barely started this channel and I've already made 2 sales. And I'm going to show you exactly how I've done that in this video. So welcome to Sommers School. My name is Mandy Sommers. I have been teaching marketing for the last 7 years online. And I just recently started this brand new channel because my other channel, Mandy Sommers, is all about health and wellness. And I was mixing a little bit of marketing in there. And I realized I just need to have a completely different channel about this. So at Sommers School, we have tons of different courses and programs that you can use to build your business. But today we're going to talk all about how to build out a lead capture system so that you can then sell to your clientele whenever you want. We don't want to wait for them to click through a video to then purchase. No, we want to be able to connect with them as often as we're wanting to. So let's jump right in. Now, as many of you know, I use a system called Go High Level. This is absolutely my favorite system. I've been using it for years. You can find a link in the description below where you will get a snapshot if you use my link of all of my sales systems and some of my favorite funnels that I've used to monetize my social media. So what we're going to do today is actually build out a funnel, a lead magnet funnel system. And the way that we do that is we come down to sites on the side, and you'll notice at the top, it's got funnels, websites, stores. We're actually going to stay in the funnel. The reason why is when you're building out a funnel has one purpose versus a website that's got lots of different things that it can do. You can click all over. And so when we are trying to do any kind of lead capture or sales, we really just want to give them one option. They can either progress forward or close out on the website. So we're going to click new funnel right here. We're going to name this whatever we want. So I'm going to name this lead generation. And we're going to click create. Now you can grab templates. You can use the funnel AI, either one of those. And I do have a full GHL Go High Level walkthrough tutorial that I will put up in the cards here. So you can see all the amazing features that this has. You're going to see though today how it's all connected. And one reason why I absolutely love this. Now, when we're talking about lead generation, you can offer a lot of different things to gather leads. Basically, anytime you are willing to give something away, they're giving you their information and you're giving them something in return. And I like to put this in the customer journey subscribe portion where they're kind of going through a gate and saying, yes, I definitely want to learn more from you. And so the first thing we have to do is have a place to send them where we can capture their information and then deliver on our promise, which is giving them whatever it is that we've agreed to. So in this funnel, we're going to choose add a new step, and we're going to call this the opt-in page. And then the path is like with summerschool.com, it's the / and then whatever comes after that. So / opt-in. Or you can name it whatever your freebie is, however you want to do. This is up to you. If you are doing any keyword research and you have specific keywords, this is a great place to put those keywords. Okay, and then you can pull in from existing funnels, but we're going to create from blank just so you can see how quick and easy this can be. So the very first thing you want to do is add a section. Inside this section, it's like scrapbooking. We have to add a row that then has a column in there. And then within that, so you'll see green is section, blue is row, purple is column, and then elements are orange. And there's lots of different elements we can put in here. So I'm going to just put a headline in here. And I'm going to say, download my free guide. And you can change the fonts, make the colors different. You can add backgrounds. You can do lots of things in this amazing program. I'm just going to show you very quickly, like within 5 minutes, you can have this set up. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a second section. In this section, we're once again going to do a column with just one row, and we're going to add in here a form. This is how we are going to collect their information. Now, you can create a brand new form and ask for whatever you want, or you can choose for one that might already be in there. And so in this form, We're going to do full name and email. I'm actually going to edit this because I don't want that title on the form. And it's very easy to just come in, you'll click that title, and I can just delete it just like that. And I can actually customize the form right here to different colors, different like questions. There's lots of things. And I'll have another video about how to do that because in today's video, this is just all about how quickly it can be to set up something lead gen. So we're going to save that. And then I always recommend putting a footer at the bottom, especially if you're running an ad to this and you want to put in like a disclaimer, like a Facebook or Instagram disclaimer. And so we're going to add that in right here. We're going to do, I'm actually going to do, yeah, there's one. And then we'll do this a paragraph style just so we can put our disclaimers there. And we're going to hit save. Now there's lots of other things that you can do with this, but I just want to keep it quick and easy. Now I'm going to refresh because I want to show you how the form will update. I had hit save before I refresh. You always want to do that. And you can see there, the headline has been taken off. So it's like download my free guide, fill out the form, submit. Now I want to click on this form and see right in the bottom right here, it says the button action. What do we want that button action to do? And I don't want it to use the action from the form builder because I haven't built that out at all. I'm going to say go to next step. Now, this is very important when you're thinking about how you want to lead people through. And if you're really focusing in on monetizing your YouTube channel, you have to have a plan of what is the next step for your customer. So we are going to hit save here and we don't quite have a next step. So I'm going to finish everything up here and then I can move on to that next step. So the way that I'm going to finish this is put in my SEO metadata. Now, this is the data that pops up when you share the link. So if you were to text this link to somebody, this is what will show up in the text. Instead of it just being a website link, it's going to have different information. This is also where you put your keywords, your SEO research that you've done. And so right here in the content, we are going to name this. So download my guide. And if I had my research done on what this guide was and I had my SEO, I would definitely put one of my keywords in this title. Same thing with the description. Write out a paragraph and put in some keywords and add keywords into this naturally. Keywords naturally. If I could type. Okay, and then we're going to come down and those keywords we're actually going to add in right here. So you would put guide and help, like whatever, and you could do commas in between, and then you're going to put the author as either you or like Mandy Sommers, or I could put Sommers School, and then you can actually upload an image. And so we're going to click right here. I'm going to add my Sommers School logo to that. You can add whatever image you want. And we're going to update that metadata. So now when I share it, let me just go back into SEO metadata. You can see at the top, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so beautiful. It can be shared. Awesome. Now, the next thing that we want to do is create our thank you page, because every time you're wanting to build out a system, you have to think, what is the next step? What do we want them to do after they download the guide? What is the purpose, and what is the function that we're going to send them to next? And so right here, we've got our funnel steps. So step 1, now we're going to do step 2, which is thank you page. Perfect. And I'm going to name this opt-in thank you. Perfect. Just like that. Create that. Amazing. Here we go. Okay. Now, because I've already created this opt-in page, if I had my logo on there and things, I could actually duplicate that in and then just adjust a few things, but we're just going to create from blank one more time. And I'm going to add a section, and inside this section, I'm going to add a column with a row. And in here, I'm actually going to add an image. I'm going to put my logo on this. Okay. And so I click on that image and it will pop up on the side, image options. And I'm going to choose right here. Oops. Okay. And because it's so big, underneath it, I'm actually going to set it to 250. So that's smaller. And then from here, we're going to drag in another section. And I want to say in this section, like, typically what I say, oops, I did that twice. Typically what I say in these sections are jump into my next group, or at this point you could offer to sell something. Like maybe they downloaded the guide, but now they can, for $10, they can get, some tools to go with that. So this next page, you can do whatever you want in there. And I'm just going to lead them into our group next so I can show you how to do this. We're going to grab a button right here, and you can edit the colors on the side here. If you don't find the color that you want, then you're just going to come in and click on the color that you want. And let's just choose a beachy blue. How about that? Perfect. We're going to add that color. See how that changed? You can do a lot of animations where maybe it's jumping, it's glowing, it's like there's lots of different things that you can do, and you can play around with that. I highly recommend going through and clicking through everything. So join my Facebook group. Perfect. Okay, we're going to save that right there. Oh, that was actually the name of the element. Sorry, I needed to come down here. I actually thought that was super high right there. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to save that right there. Once again, put a footer on here, or whatever else. What is the next step in the customer journey? Maybe you've got a video for them to watch. So you're going to come right up here and you're going to drag in a video. And you can click on that video and then choose whether it's from YouTube, custom hosted. You can upload it onto here. So now they've got a video and also a join the Facebook group. Now, the very last key to this is you're going to click publish, and you're going to give it a domain. And once you do that, you can now begin sharing this particular lead magnet. So we're going to come back out here to the funnel steps, and you'll find we're going to click on the top one. So the opt-in one, and you can customize this. Like, let's say you're like, oh, I don't want it to have those numbers at the end. So you can say, you can customize this to whatever you want. Sommers School. And as long as that path has never been used, that URL step path has never been used, it should show up. If there's numbers that show up at the end, that means that there's already one in your account that is showing that. And so then we will just click this link. We're going to drop this in here. And there's the guide, the download, the website that I just created. Now, the beautiful thing about this is we're not done. This is step one. We've created the funnel. We're now going to be collecting something. So depending on what the guide was, like maybe your free download is they get an extra video, or maybe, which you could actually put on the next page. I always prefer whatever it is that they're going to get an email from me instantly once they hit submit. So we're going to come over to, now that we've got this set up, we have to know the name of the form that we put in there. We're going to come into automations, and we're going to create from scratch a very quick workflow. And this is going to be called, you can call it whatever, delivering freebie. Perfect. Just like this. And the trigger is going to be a form. And the form is, so when the form gets submitted, and we have to actually choose the exact form. So go into form is, select, and it was the lead generation form. So when somebody fills that form out, that's going to trigger this workflow to happen. And so if you just wanted to keep it super simple and basic, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to send an email. And so in this email, we're going to name it sending freebie. We're going to say who it's from. We are going to do it from our email. And I will have another video on how to set up your branded emails and hook up Mailgun. And so you can look for that. And then you're going to do your title. Now, I personally love using ChatGPT for this because it just like makes my job so much easier. But you put your subject here. And then within the message, there's a couple components that you want to remember. The first one is this tag gives you a custom value. So you can say first name. So it can say, hey, Mandy, or Mandy, here's your download. and then anything else that you want to put in this. In fact, just today in our Lead Masters class, which is my monthly subscription of where I train all about how to gather leads, I taught the 4 systems to follow up and the different emails that you can send. And so the first one is always going to be like, here's your download. And then I like to put in there, here's a little bit about me and here's what to expect. And then the other thing that you want to make sure for sure that you have is unsubscribe. Click the attach button and make sure that you attach the freebie, whatever that is, whether it's a video, a download, or something, to this email. Click save and make sure that you publish. Now, there's one more thing that I recommend you do is add the plus button, and then you add a tag just so you know where they came in from, and then tag them as like whatever that download is called. So you can always go in to your contact section and sort by things that were tagged, and you'll know who downloaded what and how to follow up with them. I hope this video helps you get started in the process of monetizing your social media, especially YouTube. I have followed so many people who have these amazing channels, but they're not actually capturing leads off of them. And that is truly where the power comes in building this out. And so go ahead and click the link in the description below if you're wanting to try GHL out and get my free snapshots. And I'll also include down there the video of the tutorial all about GHL and how I've used this. Without this platform, I can guarantee I could not have done what I've done using my YouTube channel and my social media outlets. So if you found value in this, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I'm so excited that you're here. Hopefully you can put a comment in the comments below of what you want to learn next. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.